And welcome back to our continuing coverage of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. This is the start of pod number 3 of our broadcasting. This game will be between the Flatonia Bulldogs, that'll be the visiting team, and the Industrial Cobras, that'll be the home team. Both teams, both maroon in color, so got two maroons there in front of you. Cobras with the ball. Passing it around. Flatonia will start out with the possession arrow in their favor. Green has the ball for Flatonia. And Geese has it, and he scores. Makes the score 2-0 in the early going. Must have took the pictures upside down when I did the book. Having a hard time. Flatonia, the man gets his glasses knocked off. That was Cruz. And passes the ball over to Green. Gives it to Cruz. Back to Geese. Geese with a runner is no good. Rebounded by 12 for Industrial. For Industrial is Warren. And coming the other way is Geese, and there's a whistle. We got a foul. Let me give a quick rundown of Industrial. Number 1, Franz. Number 2, Alexander. Number 3, McMullen. Number 4, Lopez. Number 5, Sykes. Number 10, Koenig. And this is Geese on the free throw for Flatonia. Misses. Number 12, Warren, I mentioned. And there's a free throw by Geese. It's good. Number 13 is Van Duren Fuller. 20, Galbraith. 21, Hunt. 22, Coop. And this is a three-pointer. It's no good. That was Alexander. And 30, Blackwell. And 32, Riddle. That is the Industrial Cobras roster. At least that's what's in their book. So Green with it for the Bulldogs. Gets it over to Geese. Inside, and it's stolen by Koenig. Koenig for Industrial. Three-pointer is good by, that was Alexander, number 2. And Geese, the Flatonia number 2, has it. Gets it over to 21. That's a jumper, no good. Rebounded by Sykes. Sykes for the Cobras. Pass inside, and jumper is good by Lopez, number 4. There's a whistle. So Flatonia head coach is back. In case you can't hear it on your audio there. Definitely not hard to hear, that's for sure. Even for us, and I have a headset on. Green has the ball for Flatonia. Gets it over to Geese. Back to Green. Green with a runner's no good. Rebounded. 13 comes up with it. That's Van Duren Fuller for Industrial. Gets it over to Coop. K-O-O-P, and that's a whistle, and I believe that was Coop that traveled. We're at 5:01 officially left here in the first period. Geese with it for Flatonia. Over to Green. Back to Geese. Back to the corner, 23. That's good. 23 is Savadra for Flatonia, and there's a runner by Industrial. Missed. Savadra, S-A-V-A-D-R-A on that name. Ball passed out front. One with it. That was Franz for Industrial. 22 has it now. That's Coop. Now 21, that's Hunt. 22 is a three-pointer, and that's good. That's Coop. Again, that's K-O-O-P on that last name. Makes the score 8-6 in favor of Industrial. Knocked away. This is Industrial's first game in the Luling Holiday Classic for 2024. A layup is good by number 13. That's Van Duren Fuller. V-A-N-D-U-R-E-N and dash F-U-L-L-E-R. Ball goes out of bounds. 3:34 left here in the first period. Ball inbounded. 21 with it. Oh, and had it stolen by Geese for Flatonia. And a steal by number 1. That was Franz. Gets it out front to McMullen. And layup, I believe he was the one that laid that ball up and missed it, but he did draw a foul. Ten to 6 in the favor of the Cobras right now. 3, McMullen going to the line. First one up, and it is good. We're at 3:15 officially left here in the first period. Free throw good. Layup is good by Geese for Flatonia. Coming the other way is McMullen for Industrial. Over to Coop. Coop with it. Over to Hunt. Inside to number 1. It's a short jumper. It's good. That was Franz, F-R-A-N-Z on that last name. Coming the other way, that was Anderson trying to get the ball to his teammate, and it goes off his hands. That was C. Perez. Again, there's 2 Perez's on the there's a Z. Perez as well. C like as in cat, and Z as in zebra. And obviously that's not their first names. I'm just kind of trying to let you know, understand that what I'm looking at here. 5 with it for the Cobras. That's Sykes. Again, that's S-Y-K-E-S in that last name. 2, Alexander with it now over to 10. That was Koenig. Over to Sykes. Back to Alexander. Over to Warren. Over to Alexander, and Warren just passing it around. The Cobras doing a good job of that, but then they had it knocked away. Lopez, number 4, lost it. Green comes up with it for Flatonia. There's a whistle. We're at 1:49 left here in the I think the clock is still going, is what it is. It's 1:49. Let me go ahead and get that clock fixed. Free throw is no good, the first one. I got the clock corrected here. Free throw, second one missed as well. And Anderson hit the deck for Flatonia. He's not getting up. And in the meantime, on the other end, we got a whistle, and there's a layup by the Cobras. I'm assuming the Flatonia coach was not very happy about what he just saw, and so we probably called timeout. Maybe going to let the referees know about it, too. Looks like he's just having a conversation with the officials. See who the timeout was called by. I'm assuming it was Flatonia, but I haven't seen an official word. Ball inbounded. Maybe there was no timeout. I'm assuming there wasn't. Geese has it, drives it in, misses. Rebound by number 4. That's Lopez. Over to Alexander, and the short jumper is good. Lost track of who it was, but it's, nonetheless, a 10-point lead now for the Cobras. And the whistle, and what are we going to get here? Green had the ball for Flatonia. Minute 18 left here in the officially. Let me get it backed up. There they go. Geese with it for and loses the glasses again. Be careful. Don't get this thing stepped on. They cost a lot. I know. I wear them too. So good thing that young man was able to pick his glasses up. Yeah, I actually got them there. Not sure if he's. Hope they're not broken. They don't look like they are. Minute 7 officially left in the first period. 2 with it, that's Alexander. 10 now Koenig. Over number 1. Back to 10, back to 2, over to 4. That's a jumper, no good. That was Lopez. That jumper missed it. Down under a minute now left here in the first period. Green with it for Flatonia out front. Gets it over to Lopez. Over to Geese. It's a 3, and that's good. And after trailing by 10, they definitely needed that. So Alexander coming the other way for the Cobras. Over to Koenig. 2 for a 3, and that's no good. Rebounded by Franz, number 1. Into the corner to Lopez. Looking for an open teammate. And 3 seconds, 2. And 3-pointers missed by Alexander just before the horn. So that is the end of the first period here in game number 5 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. Your score is going to be the Industrial Cobras 18 and the Flatonia Bulldogs 11. So quick word here from, let's see, who do I want this time? Let's go with the Luling Foundation once again. So stay tuned here on the Luling Eagle Sports Broadcast. Thank you for watching and listening.
The management and the staff of the Luling Foundation Farm are striving to produce the safest and best quality Angus beef possible for their customer. This beef is grown locally on the best forage and feed available in the most humane way possible. The Foundation Farm is doing everything they can to produce an excellent beef eating experience for their customers. Please call for current prices and availability at 830-875-2438. Thanks for considering our product.
And we're back here on the Luling Eagle Sports Broadcast. Eric Lugo, along with my camera operator for this contest, Mark Lube. Thanks to Mark for all your help today, Mark. Appreciate it. He ran the camera for all the games except for the last one that Yoakum was involved with because he had to do his other job. So, and I'm assuming that Brad Wright will be here imminently. So he should be taking over for the rest of the evening. 13 with it and knocked away by number 3. That was McMullen. And the layup is good for the Cobras. That may have been McMullen. I was looking down, so I didn't see if it was him or not. But coming the other way. And 24 comes up with it and scores for the Bulldogs. That's Cruz, I'm sorry, not Lopez. I said Lopez earlier, but it's Cruz. So the Cobras with the ball. 3 with it now. That's McMullen. Gets it over to 32, over to 13. Back to 22, and 22 misses. And 22, that was Coop. 13, Van Duren Fuller. Layup by Geese. Nobody stopped him on coming down the lane, and he just scores easily. Makes the score 20-15. If you weren't with us earlier, the Flatonia Bulldogs did defeat the Hondo Owls 59-53 in Pool A play. There's a three-pointer. It's good. I believe that was Coop, 22. Makes the score 23-15. Geese with it now for Flatonia and threw it off the hip of a Cobra player. So the Cobras will be inbounding the ball. And this is McMullen bringing the ball up the floor, number 3. Over to Hunt. And over to Coop. Back to Hunt. And McMullen. Coop. And that was Van Duren Fuller. And back in the hands of Coop. Back in the hands of McMullen. And a three-pointer lined up by Coop. It's no good. Van Duren Fuller comes up with a rebound. And then taken away from him by the Bulldogs. Green has it now for the Bulldogs. Good job there on defense by number 10. That was Aguilon, Aguillon. Jumper is no good, and over the backboard, that's going to be a turnover. So we got wholesale changes here for the Cobras. Bringing in a whole new team pretty much. Whole new 5. We're at 5:14 left in the second period. First half, if you will. 12 with it. 10 with it now. Over to 4. That was Lopez that had it knocked away. And Aguilon comes up with it for Flatonia. Gets it over to Green. Green's going to line up a 3, and in and out, no good. And they're going to have a whistle. Ball being bounded. 2 coming the other way with it. Inside the 4, Lopez gets it out to 2, and that's a three-pointer, and that's good. Makes the score 26-15. And that was Alexander on that 3. And there's another 3, and he misses on that one. As I was trying to get his name for this one, he shot another one. But they got the ball in the steal, apparently. So Green with the ball over to Aguilon. And turned over. Lopez comes up with it for Industrial. Over to his teammate, and he scores, number 10 there. Another 2 points for the Bulldogs. That was Koenig on that bucket for the Cobras. And coming the other way, layup is good. We're going to get a timeout here by Flatonia. That was Alexander on that bucket. So it makes the score. Actually, I must have had it on the wrong side. It's 30-15 Industrial. I think I might have hit the wrong side on one of them. So there it is, 30-15. Cobras doubling up the Bulldogs momentarily, or at the moment anyway. So 3:55 left here officially in the first half, second period. So the next game of this Pod 3 will be the first game for the home team, the Luling Eagles. They will take on the Hondo Owls. It'll be their first game of the tournament. Hondo's second, as I mentioned a while ago, they were defeated by Flatonia earlier this morning, 59-53, a close game. Mark Lube said it would be close, a good game, and it was. So he was right. So Flatonia trying to go 2-0 in the tournament. Industrial, of course, trying to get to 1-0. Ball inbounded. Green with it for Flatonia and misses on a runner. And the same team, they're fighting over the rebound. Him and his teammate, number 21. That was Ramirez, not Savadra. Savadra's 23. Ball being bounded. 23, that's Savadra right there. There's a whistle. So going to the line is Giese, Giese. And I hope I'm saying that last name right. I'll have to find out. Their head coach is also, I'm assuming that's his son. Is it Giese? Is that what it is? I'll definitely find out. So 2 free throws good by what we'll go with Mark Lube saying is Giese. 20 with it for Industrial over to number 2. Over to 12. Back to 2. Back to 5. We're swinging it around. 20. Over to 5. Over to 2. 2 with a long jumper. No good. Rebounded by Lopez. And Lopez puts it back up and in. Makes the score 32-17. Knocked away. Oh! Off the head of a spectator right there in the front row. One of the players. I think it's one of the Yoakum players. So, again, we'll go with Lube's pronunciation, Giese. Right here to inbound the ball. Over to Green. Green drives in, misses off the side of the backboard. And rebound coming the other way. That's Alexander for Industrial, and he scores. Makes the score 34-17. Lopez with a steal. Oh, and then can't get it. Well, he does get it back finally. Knocks over to his teammate Sykes. Over to Alexander, almost out of bounds. Lopez ends up with it, lays it up, and good. Ball inbounded. This is Green coming up the floor. And he's going to get fouled on the way there to the other basket. We're at 2:17 left here in the second period. Got mass substitutions again for the Cobras. Always good when you're a coach and you can do that. Green with it. Gets it over to, he wasn't expecting it, I don't think, his teammate, 13. That's Perez, the other Perez, Z Perez. And then Cruz had the ball, 24, back to Green. And they're going to get a whistle. Clock acted up on me again, but it's at 2:02 left in the second period. Ball inbounded to Green once again. (23) with it. Over to 5, Green. 23 is Savadra for Flatonia. Over to 13. Oh, and stolen from Cruz. And up the floor go the Cobras. They miss. 3 with a rebound and scores. Makes the score 38-17. Cobras coming the other way. There's a whistle. Minute 25 left here in the third period. 38-17. The Cobras ahead of the Flatonia Bulldogs. Free throw on the way is up and up back of the rim, no good. That was number 13. That's Z Perez. Like zebra, like I mentioned earlier. Of course, that's not his name. The free throw is good. Just giving you an example there is what I'm doing. So 30 with it, over to 20, over to 3, over to 21. Back over to 3. 3 McMullen for Flatonia. Excuse me, for Industrial. Sorry about that. 3 McMullen's on the shot there, misses. Goes out of bounds, is going to be turned over. 44.8 left. So since I don't have tenths of a second, I'd call that correct. .22 with it, that's Coop. Over to Galbraith. 20. Knocked away. Oh, and trying to save it in was McMullen. After he got it from number 30, that's Blackwell. I believe it's his first action of this Luling Holiday Classic. Ball inbounded. Down under half a minute left here in the second period. And Cruz has it taken away from him, but McMullen coming the other way, 21, he lays it up and it's good. And that was Alexander, I believe, number 2, that had the layup there for, and there's a, right at the buzzer, Green for Flatonia hits a 3. So at halftime, your score is going to be the Industrial Cobras 40 and the Flatonia Bulldogs 21. So we invite you to stay tuned for the second half of this game number 5 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. Going to go ahead and run some more commercials for you. So I invite you to stay tuned. Thank you for watching and listening.
Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart, is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro-weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
The management and the staff of the Luling Foundation Farm are striving to produce the safest and best quality Angus beef possible for their customer. This beef is grown locally on the best forage and feed available in the most humane way possible. The Foundation Farm is doing everything they can to produce an excellent beef eating experience for their customers. Please call for current prices and availability at 830-875-2438. Thanks for considering our product. L&S Mexican Restaurant is located on 310 East Pierce Street in Luling, Texas. L&S have a rotating daily breakfast and lunch specials. Steak ranchero tacos on Mondays from 5 to 11 a.m. And cheeseburger and fries combo with medium drink on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. along with a full menu of the finest of Mexican foods. L&S offers great service with a family-friendly environment. So, grab the family and head on over to L&S Mexican Restaurant.
Here at Magnolia Mart, we proudly offer the Luling area unforgettable Mexican classics, including breakfast tacos, lunch tacos, and quesadillas. We use only the freshest ingredients to bring you authentic, unparalleled Mexican flavors. At Magnolia Mart, we have created a menu that is sure to make for an unforgettable dining experience. If you are looking for authentic Mexican flavors such as our birria taco plate special we have on Fridays and Saturdays, you have come to the right place. Magnolia Mart is located at 702 East Houston Street. For an extra treat, when the Luling Eagles football team wins, you win. One free breakfast taco with up to 2 toppings on Saturday mornings up until noontime. Go Eagles!
Good times with great people. We all have memories of sitting on the front porch with our parents and grandparents, surrounded by friends, having a good time. At Mom's Front Porch, we are recreating that atmosphere, where you can share a sweet treat or ice cream with the kids or grandbabies, or relax with friends over a cup of coffee. Our ever-changing menu includes everything you may need to start your day off with some good treats. We love spending time with our lovely guests and providing them with great food and environment that feels just like home. So come on over to Mom's Front Porch, we can't wait to welcome you into our own little world of happiness. Mom's Front Porch is located at 401 East Davis Street.
Come on down, Uncle Wiggly's in town. Hot and delicious, it's the best around. They got burgers and Bluebell and so much more. Retro wrestling and music, there's fun in store. So come on down to Uncle Wiggly's at our Luling store.
And we're back here for the second half of game number 5 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. Still waiting for the Flatonia Bulldogs to return from the locker room. Here they come. Their coach was busy giving them an earful. I walked by their locker room and I could hear him outside pretty well. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Going to get underway here, and the Bulldogs inbounding the ball. The Cobras will have the possession arrow to start second half. Geesey with it. Over to 21, over to 23. Green has the ball for Flatonia. .21 with it and misses on a short jumper. And it goes out of bounds. We'll see if that halftime pep talk by the Flatonia coach helps them at all. Five with it, that's Sykes. Gets it over to Alexander. Sykes has it back, gets it over to Koenig. In the corner to 12, Warren. Three-pointer out front by Alexander is no good. Rebounded by Flatonia. That was 21. That was Ramirez, and rebounded and then missed. And coming the other way is Alexander for the Cobras. No scoring so far here in the third period. With it over to 12, and that's a layup. That's good. So the first 2 points of the second half go to the Cobras. I believe that was 12 Warren. That was had the bucket there for the Cobras. Green with it. Misses on a short jumper. Rebounded by Koenig, number 10 for Industrial. Koenig has it now, gets it inside to Lopez. Lopez with a fall away short jumper. It's no good. Rebounded by Geesey over to Green for the Bulldogs. Inside to Cruz. Over to 23. That's Savadra. Bucket there by the Bulldogs. Makes the score 42-23, and the ball goes out of bounds. Savadro inbound the ball for the Bulldogs. Over to Green. Green bringing it up the floor. Guarded by Van Duren Fuller. Got a whistle. At 5:11 left here in the third period. Geesey will be inbounding the ball. Puts it over to Ramirez, back to Geesey. And there's a whistle. Ball inbounded out front to Green for the Bulldogs. Guarded out there by Van Duren Fuller. And they're going to be a turnover. Good defense there by Van Duren Fuller. Again, that's VANDUREN and then dash FULLER. Steal by Geesey for the Bulldogs. Comes the other way with it. Runner is no good off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Savadra. Over to Geesey. And going to have a foul here. Geesey will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. First free throw is good. Makes the score 42-24. We're at 4.5 minutes exactly left in the third period. Moving right along here. 21 with it. No travel call. Looked like he did move that pivot foot, though. Number 1, and that's a jumper, and that's good. Makes the score actually wrong side. 44-24. Actually 44-25. I missed the point, so let me go ahead. Oh, a miss by Geesey, but rebounded by Cruz, and then Green gets it and gets fouled. 3:56 left here in the third period. Off the foot of Geesey, and yeah, it's going to go out of bounds. 3:54 left here in the third period. McMullen bringing it up the floor for Industrial. He has it again. Over to Coop. Coop gets it back. Over to Hunt. And thrown away over here by us. Fortunately, I do not play. Sorry. Clock got a little bit ahead. Oh, and then it's not stopped either, so we let it catch back up here. Green with the ball for Industrial. Goes in and scores off the backboard. Makes the score 44-27. Inside, Van Duren Fuller for the Cobras. Scores 2. Green coming the other way for the Bulldogs. Over to Geesey. Geesey with it. Over to Green. Green drives in, misses. Rebounded by 22 for the Cobras. That's Coop. Over to McMullen, and McMullen misses. Number 1, Franz tried to get it, but he couldn't get it and goes out of bounds. Ball inbounded by Savadra for over to Green for the Bulldogs. Over to Geesey. Oh, try to get it inside to Ramirez and couldn't do it. And inside to Coop. Coop misses. Back, rebound by Franz, gets it out front to Hunt. Coop has the ball now. Back over to Hunt. Swinging it around. Hunt has it again. Hunt keeps getting it back from his teammates. Three-pointer, no good by Coop. And it maybe get over the back foul here on 3, McMullen. So we're going to have some substitutions here. We're at 1:48 left officially in the third period. (13). That's Aguilan, if I remember correctly. Actually, I'm sorry, it's Perez. This is Green for a 3, a long 3, and it's good. Makes the score 46-30. (22) with it. Oh, it goes off a foot of a Cobra and out of bounds. 1:19 left. Ball on the floor by the Bulldogs. 13 with it. That was Perez. Long three again by Green, and it's no good. Down right at a minute left here in the third period. 20 is good on the short jumper for Industrial. That's Galbraith, Galbraith on that last name. I believe that's his first bucket by my calculation, what I can remember anyway. 13 with it for the Bulldogs. Again, that's Perez. Out front, 10 has it. That's Aguilon. And back to Perez and knocked away by McMullen. McMullen comes up and comes the other way with it, lays it up and good. Good job by McMullen on both ends to make the steal and then finish it on the other end with a bucket. Green with it for the Bulldogs. And long three again. That was at the end of the period. And so at the end of 3 periods here in game number 5 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic, your score is the the Industrial Cobras 50 and the Flatonia Bulldogs 30. So we're going to run another commercial here. We'll run the one for friends at KJ's Embroidery, Randy Ellis. So stay tuned here on the Luling Eagle Sports Broadcast.
KJ's Embroidery is the place that can make your embroidery dreams a reality. If you're looking for embroidery work for business hats, shirts, or patches embroidered with your business logo, owner Randy Ellis can get you lined up. From a handful of items to bulk items, KJ's Embroidery is the one to call. Check them out on Facebook to stay up to date with all of their current work. If you would like to reach out to KJ's Embroidery for embroidery work done, you can send an email to kjsembroidery@gmail.com or you can call them at 830-263-2447.
And we're back here on the Luling Eagle Sports Broadcast for the final period of game number 5 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. Industrial Cobras up 20 points currently on the Flatonia Bulldogs. Flatonia now with possession arrow 3, and that's good by Green. Coming the other way is Alexander for the Cobras. He has it now. Three-pointer by Alexander, and that's good. Makes the score 53-33. Two with it. That's Giese over to 23. Over to Cruz, and Cruz turns it over, throws the ball away. And turnover again. Green comes up with it for Flatonia. Shoots a runner that misses, but then he gets it back and he gets fouled and he scores. Makes the score 53-35. And he'll go to the line for an and one. 6:41 left in the fourth period. And there it's good. Koenig with the ball. Gets it over to Warren. Over to Sykes. Cobra swinging it around once again. Lopez with it now. It over to Alexander for a three, and it's in and out, no good. And Alexander gets it back. Sykes has it. Sykes with a three, and that's good. Ball, we give Industrial their 3 points. I'm sorry, I got distracted by a text by Brad. So I tell Mark what he said here in a moment. 21 misses on a jumper. That was Ramirez, and Giese gets it back. Giese with it, over to Cruz, over to Green, and thrown away. See what's going to go out off of. Looks like it's off of the Bulldogs, so it'll go over to the Cobras on the turnover. See Jaime Gomez right down here in front of us, getting ready for the next game. Talking to assistant coach there, Colby Chamness. The aforementioned Colby Chamness, very helpful for us here at LASB. And a three-pointer no good by, that was Warren. And three-pointer by Lopez is no good. And Alexander came up with a rebound, and then Steele, they stay with it. That was Savadra, and he has it knocked away. Coming the other way is Alexander. Ball swung around, and no good on that layup by Koenig. Again, Koenig on that last name. 2 with it for a three-pointer. That's no good. That was a Giese for Flatonia. Lopez has it for the Cobras, coming the other direction. Over to Lopez. Lopez loses it. Green comes up with it for Flatonia. They got a lot of work to do, though. Down at around 4 minutes, they're still down 20. 56-36. There's a three-pointer on the way, and it's no good. That was Ramirez. No good for the Bulldogs. Shot there, I believe that was Alexander. He misses. Lopez gets it and scores. So makes the score 58-36. We got a timeout called by someone here. Didn't see who it was. Tony had called one earlier. I think I forgot to take it off the board when they did. I remember them doing it. Just never did take it off. So timeout was called there by Industrial apparently. So each team's called one timeout. They each have 4 left. Yeah, he called that earlier in the game when the score was, I believe, 30-15. I just didn't ever take it off the board, apparently, on our broadcast. But now it's off, so we're at 3 minutes, 50 seconds left in the fourth period. Go ahead and get that clock corrected for you. Got it corrected there. And possession arrow if it comes into play again with the Flatonia Bulldogs, but they do trail by 20. So Brad texted, said that he may be a little late to this next game, so if you can maybe stay a few more minutes, if you don't mind. I'm not sure if you're going to. But no, that's going to be the Luling game, so I don't know. Unless Nicole's here, I know, so she was going to. Okay. So, yeah, I think she will. She said she was coming back. I think she did go leave for a little bit, but she said she was. Yeah, but she said she'd be back. So, yeah, he said he may be late. He didn't say he would. He just is not sure yet. So, no, here he works from home. So, yeah, he works from home. Yeah, he's supposed to get off at 4, but 21 with the ball. That's Ramirez. Gets it over to Giese. And that's good for Giese for Flatonia. Makes the score 58-38. Over at 20, over to number 1. And there's a whistle. That was Franz and I believe he got called for a travel. I believe he did. His coach is on his case there, so I'm assuming that he did get called for a travel. Giese with it, and there's a whistle. We're at 3:07 left here in the fourth period. Giese go to the line to try to cut into this 20-point deficit. First free throw is up and short and no good. It's like C. Perez is subbing in for Cruz for the Flatonia Bulldogs. I believe that was missed as well. So the score stays at 58-38. Inside to Van Buren Fuller, he missed. He got it back and missed again. And Green comes up with it for the Bulldogs. Down under 3 minutes now left here in the fourth period. Green goes in and misses on a runner. Rebounded by 30. That was Blackwell for Industrial. And tried to get it back to Blackwell did his teammate 21. That was Hunt, but didn't get there. And we're going to get a timeout. I believe that was Giese that scored on that bucket. 2:26 left in the fourth period. Score 58-40 in favor of Industrial. So if the score holds up here, Industrial will be 1-0 in the tournament. Flatonia will be 1-1. They played earlier. They defeated Hondo in a hard-fought contest, 59-53. Let me see here. Get you you fans that might be listening from Flatonia when their next action. I think everybody's next game is going to be the last game. I should say is going to be tomorrow, the third game of the tournament that they play. Yes, it's going to be Hondo will play at noon tomorrow against Industrial. So Industrial, that'll be their last game of the tournament. And then got 21 with the jumper is no good. That was Hunt. Goes out of bounds. So for Flatonia, they play Luling tomorrow, and the final game of pool play at 1:30. 21 Hunt with it. Gets it over to 20. And it's going to be a foul. And if I'm not mistaken, this is 20's first action of the game for the Cobras. Have a miss and rebounded by the Bulldogs. Giese coming the other way, lays it up and misses. Cobras coming the other way with it. You're trying to run some clock here, I would assume. Knocked away. Ramirez knocked it away. Green comes up with it for the Bulldogs. 20 is Galbraith. He has played some earlier for the Cobras, that is. He played some earlier in the game. Steal there by Franz, F-R-A-N-Z, and lays it up and misses. And clock down right at around a minute left here in the fourth period. Giese lines up a three, and it's no good. And both these teams, again, are in Pool A in the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. So, again, the Bulldogs be most likely 1-1. Van Buren Fuller misses and rebounded. Giese comes up with it for the Bulldogs. Coming the other way, and a whistle. And we're going to get a foul here. We're at 30.9, so I'm going to leave it at the 31 seconds. That's pretty close to it. It's a tenth of a second off, so I don't have tenths of a second on my clock. So free throw is up and good by Giese. Makes the score 58-41. Of course, it does come down to it. Point differential would be a tiebreaker here, so even if Flatonia doesn't come back to win, they don't want to lose by a lot of points either, so that way if it comes down to a tie, then they can win a tiebreaker. Galbraith with the ball there gets it over to 32, and steal by Giese. And runs in and scores on a layup off the backboard. I think if they would have had another couple of minutes, Bulldogs may have put a dent in that lead, but as it is, that's going to be your ball game in this game number 5 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. So your final score is the Industrial Cobras 58. And let me get this updated momentarily. Let's see, here we go. So the Industrial Cobras 58, the Flatonia Bulldogs 44. So I invite you to stay tuned for the next contest between the home team, the Luling Eagles, and the Hondo Owls. We'll be starting here in about 15 minutes. And until then, we'll run some more commercials for you. And we thank you for watching and listening all day today.
KJ's Embroidery is the place that can make your embroidery dreams a reality. If you're looking for embroidery work for business hats, shirts, or patches embroidered with your business logo, owner Randy Ellis can get you lined up. From a handful of items to bulk items, KJ's Embroidery is the one to call. Check them out on Facebook to stay up to date with all of their current work. If you would like to reach out to KJ's Embroidery for embroidery work done, you can send an email to kjsembroidery@gmail.com, or you can call them at 830-263-2447.
Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart, is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro-weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
The management and the staff of the Luling Foundation Farm are striving to produce the safest and best quality Angus beef possible for their customer. This beef is grown locally on the best forage and feed available in the most humane way possible. The Foundation Farm is doing everything they can to produce an excellent beef eating experience for their customers. Please call for current prices and availability at 830-875-2438. Thanks for considering our product. L&S Mexican Restaurant is located on 310 East Pierce Street in Luling, Texas. L&S have a rotating daily breakfast and lunch specials. Steak ranchero tacos on Mondays from 5 to 11 a.m. And cheeseburger and fries combo with medium drink on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Along with a full menu of the finest of Mexican foods. L&S offers great service with a family-friendly environment. So, grab the family and head on over to L&S Mexican Restaurant. Good times with great people. We all have memories of sitting on the front porch with our parents and grandparents, surrounded by friends, having a good time. At Mom's Front Porch, we are recreating that atmosphere, where you can share a sweet treat or ice cream with the kids or grandbabies, or relax with friends over a cup of coffee. Our ever-changing menu includes everything you may need to start your day off with some good treats. We love spending time with our lovely guests and providing them with great food and environment that feels just like home. So come on over to Mom's Front Porch, we can't wait to welcome you into our own little world of happiness. Mom's Front Porch is located at 401 East Davis Street.
Richie 360 Photo Booth Rentals is your one-stop shop for your next event. Whether it's weddings, baby showers, birthdays, graduations, and more. You can have the best of both worlds with our 360 video booth and mini booth mirror. The 360 Photo Booth is a revolutionary next-level photo booth experience. The revolving camera surrounds attendees, capturing a 360-degree slow-motion movie that your guests will remember forever. Here at Ritchie 360 Photo Booth, this is where moments turn into memories. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook.
Come on down, Uncle Wiggly's in town. Hot and delicious, it's the best around. They got burgers and Bluebell and so much more. Retro wrestling and music, there's fun in store. So come on down to Uncle Wiggly's at our Luling store.
Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
The management and the staff of the Luling Foundation Farm are striving to produce the safest and best quality Angus beef possible for their customer. This beef is grown locally on the best forage and feed available in the most humane way possible. The Foundation Farm is doing everything they can to produce an excellent beef eating experience for their customers. Please call for current prices and availability at 830-875-2438. Thanks for considering our product. L&S Mexican Restaurant is located on 310 East Pierce Street in Luling, Texas. L&S have a rotating daily breakfast and lunch specials. Steak ranchero tacos on Mondays from 5 to 11 a.m. And cheeseburger and fries combo with medium drink on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Along with a full menu of the finest of Mexican foods. L&S offers great service with a family-friendly environment. So, grab the family and head on over to L&S Mexican Restaurant.
Here at Magnolia Mart, we proudly offer the Luling area unforgettable Mexican classics, including breakfast tacos, lunch tacos, and quesadillas. We use only the freshest ingredients to bring you authentic, unparalleled Mexican flavors. At Magnolia Mart, we have created a menu that is sure to make for an unforgettable dining experience. If you are looking for authentic Mexican flavors such as our birria taco plate special we have on Fridays and Saturdays, you have come to the right place. Magnolia Mart is located at 702 East Houston Street. For an extra treat, when the Luling Eagles football team wins, you win. One free breakfast taco with up to 2 toppings on Saturday mornings, up until noontime. Go Eagles!
Good times with great people. We all have memories of sitting on the front porch with our parents and grandparents, surrounded by friends, having a good time. At Mom's Front Porch, we are recreating that atmosphere, where you can share a sweet treat or ice cream with the kids or grandbabies, or relax with friends over a cup of coffee. Our ever-changing menu includes everything you may need to start your day off with some good treats. We love spending time with our lovely guests and providing them with great food and environment that feels just like home. So come on over to Mom's Front Porch, we can't wait to welcome you into our own little world of happiness. Mom's Front Porch is located at 401 East Davis Street.
Come on down, Uncle Wiggly's in town. Hot and delicious, it's the best around. They got burgers and Bluebell and so much more. Retro wrestling and music, there's fun in store. So come on down to Uncle Wiggly's at our Luling store.
Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart, is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro-weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
The management and the staff of the Luling Foundation Farm are striving to produce the safest and best quality Angus beef possible for their customer. This beef is grown locally on the best forage and feed available in the most humane way possible. The Foundation Farm is doing everything they can to produce an excellent beef eating experience for their customers. Please call for current prices and availability at 830-875-2438. Thanks for considering our product. L&S Mexican Restaurant is located on 310 East Pierce Street in Luling, Texas. L&S have a rotating daily breakfast and lunch specials. Steak ranchero tacos on Mondays from 5 to 11 a.m. And cheeseburger and fries combo with medium drink on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Along with a full menu of the finest of Mexican foods. L&S offers great service with a family-friendly environment. So, grab the family and head on over to L&S Mexican Restaurant.
Here at Magnolia Mart, we proudly offer the Luling area unforgettable Mexican classics, including breakfast tacos, lunch tacos, and quesadillas. We use only the freshest ingredients to bring you authentic, unparalleled Mexican flavors. At Magnolia Mart, we have created a menu that is sure to make for an unforgettable dining experience. If you are looking for authentic Mexican flavors such as our birria taco plate special we have on Fridays and Saturdays, you have come to the right place. Magnolia Mart is located at 702 East Houston Street. For an extra treat, when the Luling Eagles football team wins, you win. One free breakfast taco with up to 2 toppings on Saturday mornings, up until noontime. Go Eagles!
Good times with great people. We all have memories of sitting on the front porch with our parents and grandparents, surrounded by friends, having a good time. At Mom's Front Porch, we are recreating that atmosphere, where you can share a sweet treat or ice cream with the kids or grandbabies, or relax with friends over a cup of coffee. Our ever-changing menu includes everything you may need to start your day off with some good treats. We love spending time with our lovely guests and providing them with great food and environment that feels just like home. So come on over to Mom's Front Porch, we can't wait to welcome you into our own little world of happiness. Mom's Front Porch is located at 401 East Davis Street.
Come on down, Uncle Wiggly's in town. Hot and delicious, it's the best around. They got burgers and Bluebell and so much more. Retro wrestling and music, there's fun in store. So come on down to Uncle Wiggly's at our Luling store.
And welcome back to the continued coverage here of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. Jumper miss by Hondo as we get started here. This is the first action for the hometown team, so to speak, the Luling Eagles. Bryson Spencer lines up a 3 and misses. They'll be taking on the Hondo Owls. This is Pool A play of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic. And that's Flores that shoots a three-pointer that misses. Rebounded by Hondo. Coming the other way, and there's a jumper, no good. Rebounded by the Eagles. I believe that was Flores that rebounded it. And Hanks had to get the ball and goes out off his hands. Coming the other way, and I lost my connection here. Let me get it back. Jumper by Hondo's no good. Rebounded. Baker and Hanks were trying to both get it, and I think it was Baker that came away with it over to Jaime Gomez. Jaime lines up a 3, no good. Rebounded by the Owls. Coming the other direction. I did get first names, thanks to Mr. Lube over here. We got first names for Hondo now. It's a miss. And Baker comes up with it for the Eagles. Gets it over to Flores. Flores with it, drives in, misses. Rebounded by number 10, that's Quintanilla. Josiah Quintanilla, have first names now. And miss, and then rebounded, put back up and good by 24, that's Schulte, Gavin Schulte. Jaime Gomez coming the other way for the Eagles. Gets it over to Flores for a 3 in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Hanks. Over to Gomez. Gomez with a floater is good. Jaime Gomez for the Eagles. Gives them their first 2 points. 2-2. Again, this is Pool A. Earlier, the Owls lost a close one to Flatonia, 59-53, and Spencer has it for the Eagles and then loses it. I did see Mama is here in the stands today. I saw her walking in. So, and there's a miss on the layup by Schulte. Whistle. Going to get a foul here. Clock at 5:29 left here in the first period. Let me get that backed up a little bit. Now I went too far. Ball in and shot and no good by the Owls. Rebounded by the Eagles. Spencer coming the other way with it and then loses it. And turnover is number 20 with it for Hondo, and he loses it. And Gomez comes up with it for the Eagles. That was Sanchez, Gabriel Sanchez for the Owls that lost it. And Hanks scores. Jada's Hanks for the Eagles. 12 with it over to inside to, didn't see who it was. I lost track of the numbers, but Sanchez scored. Gabriel Sanchez on that bucket for Hondo. Makes the score 4-4. There's a whistle. Ball coming the other way, 12 with it. That's Garcia, Alex Garcia. Gets it over to Tapia, Andrew Tapia. Those of y'all that watched the earlier game, I did have the last names, but I didn't have the first names. Now I have both. Again, shout out to Mr. Lube over here for hooking me up with that. Ball inbounded. 15 with it. That's Elizondo, Luis Elizondo. And it goes off the foot. It's going to be a turnover off the foot of number 12, Garcia, Alex Garcia. Gary Cantu in for his first action for the Eagles. Gives it up to Jaime Gomez. Jaime Gomez coming the other way. Oh, trying to get to Flores, and Flores almost turned it over. Instead, he went off the hands of one of the Owls, I believe. So Eagles caught a break there, so Gomez will be inbounding the ball for the Eagles. Gets it in to Baker. Kaimi Baker for the Eagles. Over to Flores, who changes his mind on the three and drives in and off the backboard and good. Aiden Flores for your Eagles. Coming the other way is number 12. That's Alex Garcia. Over to Andrew Tapia. Back to Garcia. Over to 20. That's a miss on a jumper. Rebounded by Gary Cantu. That was Sanchez for the Owls on that missed jumper. Flores with it for the Eagles. Over to Baker. Over to Gomez, who's open for a three, and that's good. You can't really do that if you're a Eagle opponent. Leave Jaime Gomez wide open like that because he's going to make you pay. Ball coming the other way, 5 with it. That's Tapia. Over to 15, that's Elizondo. And 35, and he turns it over, or actually almost turned it over instead. It's going to be a shot good and a foul. Alex Garcia scores on that. And one of the Eagles is going to pick up a foul. Going to make the score 9-6 in favor of the Eagles in the early going. So Garcia will go to the line to shoot his and one. And misses it. Rebounded by Baker for the Eagles. Over to Spencer. Spencer with it. Over to Baker. And turnover, and maybe turned over again. There's a whistle. That was 24 of Schulte, Gavin Schulte. For Hondo. Looks like Braden Palacios is going to check in for the Eagles. He's going to check in for a Kaimi Baker. And 10 with it for the Owls. That's Quintanilla, Josiah Quintanilla. And thrown away, and going to be a turnover. Going to go over to the Eagles. Cantu will be inbound to the ball. Over to Spencer. Spencer with it. Brings it up the floor. Of course, the Eagles wearing their green uniforms, and that's a three for Jaime Gomez as the visiting team in this contest. Wearing, again, green with the white trim, white numerals, and Eagles in script as Jaime Gomez steals it across the chest. And a layup by Jaime, and it's no good, and he doesn't get a foul called either. And coming the other way is the Owls, 24 with it, and a floater. That's Schulte, and that's good. Makes the score 12-8. Jaime Gomez with it for the Eagles again. Jaime, his last ride, so to speak, is a senior here at Luling High School. And over to Flores. Flores is short of the jumper, and coming away with the rebound is Mason Barr. B-A-R-R on the last name. Over to 23. That was inside to, and that's a good, but it was inside to Schulte, and a good layup by Gavin Schulte. Makes the score 12-10. There's a whistle right at midcourt. That was Rivera that had Derek Rivera that had the ball. Derek is D-E-R-E-K. Spelled like my brother's first name, Derek. Jaime Gomez for a three, and that's good. Jaime Gomez heating up early here at Eagle High School gym. 10 for a three for Hondo. That's no good. That was Quintanilla, and then put back, and that one was good. 15-12. Down around a minute left here in the it's a little over left in the first period. Aiden Flores with it for the Eagles. Drives in, lays it up, and it's good. Aiden Flores with a bucket. Barr coming the other way with it. Mason Barr over to three. It had it knocked away by Flores. That was Alvarez, Colton Alvarez, K-O-L-T-E-N. The first name, and Spencer lays it up for the Eagles. Makes the score 19-12. Coming the other way is the Owls. 23 with it, Rivera drives in, and a good defense there by Flores. Ball goes out of bounds. 44 seconds actually left here in the first period. Somehow I got a little ahead on the clock, so I'm gonna let it catch up. Okay, there we are. So we're back even. Cade Samuelson is in for the Eagles, and first shot he had it blocked. 31 seconds even left in the first period. Ball inbounded to Spencer. Over to Jaime. Jaime looking for a three again. And instead he gives it to Flores for a three. And Flores nails that three-pointer. Nothing but the net there. Makes the score 22-12. Eagles up by 10 in the early going. Rivera with it, misses. Cade going for the rebound, didn't quite get it. And then we got fought for the ball there, and it's a jump ball called, so the possession arrow will be with the Eagles. So the next one will be with Hondo, so we'll go ahead and get that. That's usually when I remember to turn it on, is after the first one. Flores with it, and down at the final seconds, Palacios, I don't think he realized what the clock was. He didn't, so they didn't shoot, and so not sure if maybe Coach Ryan Geiger will mention that to them in the huddle there at the end of the first period. So we are at the end of the first period here at Eagle High School Gym with your score, the Luling Eagles 22 and the Hondo Owls 12. So stay tuned here. We're going to run a commercial. Magnolia Mart, our friend Faraz over there and his crew. So stay tuned here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast.
Here at Magnolia Mart, we proudly offer the Luling area unforgettable Mexican classics, including breakfast tacos, lunch tacos, and quesadillas. We use only the freshest ingredients to bring you authentic, unparalleled Mexican flavors. At Magnolia Mart, we have created a menu that is sure to make for an unforgettable dining experience. If you are looking for authentic Mexican flavors such as our birria taco plate special we have on Fridays and Saturdays, you have come to the right place. Magnolia Mart is located at 702 East Houston Street. For an extra treat, when the Luling Eagles football team wins, you win. One free breakfast taco with up to 2 toppings on Saturday mornings up until noontime. Go Eagles!
And we're back here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast. Eric Lugo with you. And alongside my camera operator for this contest, Mark Lube. And he's been for all the other contests except for the one involving Yoakum, which was Nicole Smith. Waiting the arrival of Brad Wright. He said he might be running a little behind, and apparently he was. So, and it's a three-pointer by number 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Rivera. Rivera misses. Rebounded by the Eagles. 3 was Alvarez for the Owls. Jaime Gomez with it for the Eagles, loses it. He wanted a foul, he didn't get it. Barr comes up with it over to Schulte. Schulte misses. Rebound by Alvarez, and he scores. Makes the score 22-14. Spencer coming the other way for the Eagles. Spencer looking for an opening, gets it to Gomez for a 3, and that's good. Jaime Gomez for the Eagles. 25-14 now the score. So Mark Lube is keeping up with some stats here, and he says it's 14 for Jaime already. So Jaime Gomez doing Jaime Gomez things is what I like to say. Jaime with it again. Gets it up to Spencer, but it's going to be too far, and it's going to be a turnover. So ball being bounded by Schulte. Gets it up to number 10. That's Quintanilla. Quintanilla lines up a 3, and it's good. Nothing but the bottom of the net there for Josiah Quintanilla. Makes the score 25-17. Aiden Flores lines up the 3, and that's off the back of the rim. Barr rebounds for the Owls, coming the other way over to Rivera. And over to Quintanilla with another 3. That's no good. Same team's fighting for it. Kaimi Baker, he comes away with it. He was fighting with Aiden Flores for it, but he did get it. Over to Jaime. Over to Flores. Over to Spencer in the corner. He changes his mind on the 3. Drives in. Passes it to Hanks, who's back in. Over to 11, and that's good. That's Flores for the Eagles. Makes the score 27-17. Coming the other way are the Owls. 3 with it for a 3, and that's off the rim and backboard and no good. That was Alvarez, Colton Alvarez. Ball inbounded. Spencer with it, gets it over to Flores for the Eagles. Over to Spencer. Over to Flores. Over to Hanks. Over to Flores for a three, and that's good. Aiden Flores for your Eagles. Makes the score 30-17. Eagles up by 13 now. And I think he said Aiden Flores, he just informed me he had 12, and there's a scoop reverse layup that's good for Hondo. That was Alvarez, I believe, number 3. Jaime with it, and there's going to be a whistle. We were going to get a turnover of some sort. Or actually, it was a foul on Hanks. It's his first. We have 33 checked in. That's Benavides, Andrew Benavides. I don't remember him playing in the first game. Well, there's an out of bounds turnover there. That was 35. That was Lopez Decker. He did play some in the first game. Brew is his first name. B-R-U-E. Spencer with it for the Eagles. It's it over to Jaime. Jaime with it, gets inside to Baker. Baker loses it. Coming the other way are the Owls. Layup by 33. That's good. That's Benavides. Makes the score 30-21. Jaime with it for the Eagles. Looking for an opening. Instead, try to get inside to Hanks, and it's going to go off the Hondo player. We're at 4:25 left here so my clock's a little behind. I'll try to get it corrected here shortly. Hanks with it for the Eagles. He gets it out to Flores. Flores with it. It's over to Hanks. Over to Flores for I believe it's going to be a 2. Yeah, it was a 2, but it was no good, so it really didn't matter. 5 with it that's Tapia for the Owls. Inside to 35, and that's Lopez Decker, and he missed. Rebound by Flores. Flores throws it away, tried to get it to, and then there's a loose ball again. And we're going to get a timeout. I heard someone say timeout. So I think that was Coach Geiger that called the timeout for the Eagles. He just didn't like what he was seeing, so he decided to call timeout. And 30, Coach Chamness signals that he wants a 30. So take that time off the board for the Eagles. Leaves them with 4 for the rest of the game. And score 30-21 once again in favor of your Eagles. We're at 3:47, so let me go ahead and get the clock updated. Somehow got a little bit behind. So there we are, 3:47 officially left in the second period. Again, I try my best to keep up with the clock. You know, obviously you see it's not tied into the game clock. Hopefully one day I can get it to where I can shoot the game clock with another camera, a second camera, but we haven't quite figured that one out yet, so we're trying to work on that. We do have cables for it. We have an extra cable for it, so that I noticed today when I was putting all the equipment together, since I had to fly solo. Ball inbounded to Jaime Gomez. Down at around 3.5 minutes left here in the first half, second period, however you want to look at it. Aiden Flores with a layup. That's good. Makes the score 32-21. Jaime Baker with a steal, gets it over to Gary Cantu, but then let's see, the ball was loose along the baseline. Or the sideline, let me say. I think the baseline is actually behind the bucket. Sure Brad'd be getting on to me if you heard that. Jaime Gomez with it. Speaking of Brad, he should be here pretty quickly, I'm thinking. Spencer with it, misses. Rebounded by Barr for the Owls, gets it over to Alvarez, I'm sorry. 3 is Alvarez, and that's a short jumper by Alvarez, and it's good. Rivera is, they have a Rivera. It's 23, not 3. So, and just off for the Eagles. Falls off, and the Owls coming the other way. Barr with it over to number 10. He lays it up, and it's good. That was Quintanilla. This is Flores coming the other way, and Gets it over to Jaime. Jaime with it, dribbling it around. Gets it over to Flores, who's shooting a long three. And I thought it was going in, but it's off the back of the rim. And Quintanilla coming the other way for the Owls. Gets it over to Barr and steal by Jaime Gomez. He steals it in front of Alvarez, and he lays it up, and it's good. Jaime Gomez with a bucket for your Eagles. And Barr coming the other way for the Owls. Quintanilla with a three, and that's good in the corner there for Josiah Quintanilla. Makes the score 34-28. Spencer with it for the Eagles. Eagle lead now down to 6. And Spencer and Jaime were both there. And Spencer gets it back from Jaime. Gets it over to Cantu, shoots a jumper, and it misses off the rim, but rebounded by Baker, and that missed. Coming the other way are the Owls. Barr has it now, number 11. And he shoots a jumper. That's good. So the Owls climbing back into the game for the end of the first half here. And Flores with a layup that missed. Shot it wildly and off the backboard, and that was it. And a layup there by, we're going to get a timeout from the Eagles. That was Alvarez. And Owls are on a run here, and they're right back in this game. Only trailing by 2 points now at 34-32. A minute 12 officially left here in the first half, second period. So again, at halftime, as we've been doing all day long in these other pods, this is pod number 3. We'll just take a break, go silent, and we're going to run some more commercials. So I invite you to stay tuned during that time. And we'll be back for the second half. And the Eagles will play again in the final game of pool play today. They will play the Flatonia Bulldogs. And I know that we didn't bring you that broadcast. I kind of wish we had now because it turned out to be a really good game. The Eagles, unfortunately, were defeated right under the wire, so to speak. They had the lead late in the game, but unfortunately couldn't hold it and ended up losing to Flatonia 53-50. That was a week ago Tuesday. So that would have been, I guess, December 17th. So that was a late added game because they didn't get to play Shiner in Shiner because Shiner was obviously busy playing for a state football championship. So Spencer will inbound the ball for the Eagles. And it's going to knocked away, and it goes out of bounds. It's a minute 10 left here in the second period. Jaime with it. It's inbound and gets it over to Samuelson. Over to Jaime. Jaime looking to get free, and he falls down trying to do that. And over to Spencer. And Spencer trying to get a screen from Cantu. Instead, he throws it off of a Hondo Owl player. At 53.7 left here in the second period. Samuelson gets the ball over to Spencer. See if the Eagles can make a little bit of a run after the Owls made theirs. Cut it to 2 here. Spencer with it, shoots a 3, and it's off the rim, no good. And Samuelson comes up with a rebound for the Eagles, gets it over to Cantu, but Cantu loses it. And Schulte comes up with it for Hondo, gets it out front to Quintanilla. And Quintanilla shoots 3, it's off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Barr, over to Quintanilla. And Quintanilla shoots a floater and ties the game at 34. Just before the end of the first half, and there's going to be a turnover as Spencer loses it, going out of bounds. The Owls trying to take the lead before halftime. 3 for a three-pointer. That's no good off the rim. And Barr throws it off of, I think it was off of Gary Cantu. So actually 4.6 left in the, so I'm going to put it at 5 seconds left until halftime. See if the Owls can take the lead before the half. Quintanilla for a three. That's off the front rim, and there's the rebound by Cantu, and that is halftime. So here at halftime in game number 6 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic, your score is going to be the Hondo Owls 34 and the Luling Eagles 34. So should be a pretty exciting second half of the game. So after the Eagles took a pretty big lead there at the beginning, the Owls came storming back and tied it up here at half. So I invite you to stay tuned for the second half. Again, it promises to be really exciting. So and just a reminder to everybody, after this game ends, we'll go ahead and switch over to the final pod number 4 for today, and it'll be, again, the Luling Eagles taking on the Flatonia Bulldogs in the second game, and then the first game is going to be, I believe it's Karn City. It's the other pool, Karn City, and I'll have to go look at it, but I'll check on that while we have a break here. So stay tuned here for the second half on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast.
Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro-weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
The management and the staff of the Luling Foundation Farm are striving to produce the safest and best quality Angus beef possible for their customer. This beef is grown locally on the best forage and feed available in the most humane way possible. The Foundation Farm is doing everything they can to produce an excellent beef eating experience for their customers. Please call for current prices and availability at 830-875-2438. Thanks for considering our product. L&S Mexican Restaurant is located on 310 East Pierce Street in Luling, Texas. L&S have a rotating daily breakfast and lunch specials. Steak ranchero tacos on Mondays from 5 to 11 a.m. And cheeseburger and fries combo with medium drink on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Along with a full menu of the finest of Mexican foods. L&S offers great service with a family-friendly environment. So, grab the family and head on over to L&S Mexican Restaurant.
Here at Magnolia Mart, we proudly offer the Luling area unforgettable Mexican classics, including breakfast tacos, lunch tacos, and quesadillas. We use only the freshest ingredients to bring you authentic, unparalleled Mexican flavors. At Magnolia Mart, we have created a menu that is sure to make for an unforgettable dining experience. If you are looking for authentic Mexican flavors such as our birria taco plate special we have on Fridays and Saturdays, you have come to the right place. Magnolia Mart is located at 702 East Houston Street. For an extra treat, when the Luling Eagles football team wins, you win. One free breakfast taco with up to 2 toppings on Saturday mornings, up until noontime. Go Eagles!
Good times with great people. We all have memories of sitting on the front porch with our parents and grandparents, surrounded by friends, having a good time. At Mom's Front Porch, we are recreating that atmosphere, where you can share a sweet treat or ice cream with the kids or grandbabies, or relax with friends over a cup of coffee. Our ever-changing menu includes everything you may need to start your day off with some good treats. We love spending time with our lovely guests and providing them with great food and environment that feels just like home. So come on over to Mom's Front Porch, we can't wait to welcome you into our own little world of happiness. Mom's Front Porch is located at 401 East Davis Street.
Come on down, Uncle Wiggly's in town. Hot and delicious, it's the best around. They got burgers and Bluebell and so much more. Retro wrestling and music, there's fun in store. So come on down to Uncle Wiggly's at our Luling store.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. So we're back here on Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast for the second half of this contest between the Luling Eagles and the Hondo Owls. First half ended up tied at 34, and that's where we're at now. Spencer drives into the lane and misses on a layup, and shoots a short floater that's good. Makes the score 36-34. The Eagles are the basket closest to us now, and the Owls are a little bit further away from us, going to the basket on the far end. Missed by 23 on the three-point attempt, and Jadis Hanks is on the seat of his pants, gets it in to and they get it out front to Flores and then to Spencer, who misses on a short jumper and went off the rim, around the rim, and out. Quintanilla has it for Hondo. Gets it over to Rivera, who shoots a three, and that's good. Lefty stroke, and he hits it. 37-36. I believe that's Hondo's first lead of this game. Gotta find my phone here now with my roster on it. Jaime Gomez with a layup is no good. I found it. It's a little, wasn't where I expected it to be. Barr goes in and drives in and gets fouled by one of the Eagles. So Barr will go to the free throw line. His team already ahead by 1 point. Free throw is up and in and around and hit just about every part of the rim and then fell through. Makes the score 38-36. Free throw was good. I think I said the wrong name a while ago. That was Alvarez, number 3 on that three-pointer. I keep getting him and Rivera 23 mixed up. There's going to be a foul, I believe, on the Owls. Yeah, 3 and a 23, so. Ball inbounded. The Eagles actually have taken 2 timeouts. I didn't take one off the board, so I need to take that off there. Now I got it. So Hondo has not called one yet in this contest. Hanks loses the ball. It'll be turned over. 6:22 left here in the actually 6:23 is what it was. I was a little second ahead. Barr gets it inside to Schulte, and Schulte lays it up and good. Makes the score 40-36. Gomez with it for the Eagles and knocked away and turned over. And this is Alvarez. It goes into Flores but doesn't get the bucket. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to stay down on the far end with Hondo. Ball inbounded, and that's a miss. Rebounded by Alvarez. And then over to Schulte, and Schulte misses. Alvarez gets it back. He misses. And that was 23. That was Rivera. That's Rivera. And number 10, Quintanilla, spins in the lane and shoots it and scores. So the Eagles now trailing by 6, 42-36. Spencer coming the other way for the Eagles. Gets it over to Hanks. Hanks has a shot blocked and goes out of bounds. It's 5:27 left here in the clock got a little bit ahead, so I'll let it catch back up. Ball inbounded. Bard knocks it out, and that's going to stay with the Eagles. Ball inbounded for a 3 to Flores, and he misses. And coming the other way are the Owls. This is Schulte, and knocked away and stolen. And Spencer comes up with it for the Eagles, gets it over to Flores. Flores, the layup, he misses. The Owls coming the other direction. That's Quintanilla, he misses. And rebounded by Flores, he comes up with it. Try to get it over to Jaime Baker, and instead, and it's going to be a travel by Alvarez. So we'll have a whole new team coming in for Hondo. Again, the clock a little ahead for me here. So I'm going to leave it stop for a little bit. Jaime with it for the Eagles. Drives in, lays it up and good for Jaime Gomez. Makes the score 42-38. Ball goes and loose. It's going to be a whistle. Let's see what the call was. 4:35 officially left here in the third period. I'll try to get the clock fixed back now. We've got a break in the action. Going to the free throw line is number 12. That's Alex Garcia. First free throw is up, and it's good. Makes the score 43-38. I started the clock a little too early, but I'll get it fixed in a minute. Flores with it. And score 44-38, and the Eagles score there makes it 44-40. It's a tight ball game here. We got a whistle. Going to get a timeout, I believe, from Hondo. I think this will be their first one. So we're at 4:15 left here in the third period. So now the timeout taken off the board for Hondo, so we'll go ahead and take it with them. And that'll leave them with 4. The Eagles left with 3. The Eagles, of course, this is their first contest, so play another one and after the next one, which is between Karn City and I'll have to look at it again. I can't remember the other team. I know one of them was Karn City the next game. It was a little cold for a little while, and I got a little warm doing all this broadcasting stuff. So there's knocked out. It's going to stay with Hondo. Let me check that really quickly while we got a break here. Layup is good by 12 for Hondo. So the next game will be between Karn City and Yoakum. Karn City Badgers and Yoakum Bulldogs. And then to round out today's pool play is Luling versus Flatonia. Well, actually, I'm sorry, it's Luling and Industrial. Luling and Flatonia play tomorrow. I'm sorry about that. So Industrial, the Cobras are right here in front of us, the team. And here comes the Owls the other way. They miss. Score now 46-40. The Eagles have the ball. Cantu out front, gets it over to Jaime. Jaime with it, drives inside, lays it up, and it's good for Jaime Gomez. They'll have to come alive if the Eagles are going to get back in this one and end up with a win. Good block there by Flores. 3:19 left here in the third period. We're going to have some substitutions again for Hondo. Yeah, so again, Karn City and Yoakum is the next game, and then the last game of today will be Luling and Industrial. And we got a jumper that's good for Hondo. Makes the score 48-42. Here comes Spencer the other way for the Eagles. And gets it over to Samuelson. And over to Flores. Flores drives in, gets it over to Spencer for a 3. And that's good. Brayson Spencer right here in front of us. It's a 3-pointer. Cuts the lead in half. 3 with it over to 10. Quintanilla for a 3, and that's good. So right back, 51-45. Back up to 6. Flores with it for Luling. Gets it over to Spencer. He thought about a 3 and changed his mind. Gets it over to Samuelson, and he missed on a short jumper. And going to go out off of Hondo. Hondo fans not particularly fond of that call, but that's what the call that was made was. Flores with it. Misses on a layup, but he does get fouled. At 2:28 left here in the third period. Free throw is up and off the rim and no good for Aiden Flores. Flores, and that free throw is good. 51-46. Eagles down 5, and Barr shoots it, misses it. Rebounded, and there's a whistle. 2:18 left here in the third period. And Alvarez will go to the line to shoot free throws, with his team already up by 5. And there's a free throw that's good. Again, that's Colton Alvarez, Kolten on the first name. Free throw is good there as well. Ten with it, Quintanilla, and that's a 3, and that's good. Now the Owls up by 10 after the Eagles were up by double digits earlier in the game. Flores with it, gets it over to Samuelson, and over to Flores, and Flores with a good bucket there, short jumper. Makes the score 56-48. 3, and that's good for Colton Alvarez once again. Makes the score 59-48. Gomez with it. Gomez shoots a 3, and it's no good. Eagles be inbounding the ball on this end of the floor. Spencer with it over to Gomez. Gomez looking for an open teammate. He finds one, Spencer. Oh, and Spencer has it blocked, and then Palacios gets it back for the Eagles. He misses. The Eagles, after shooting pretty good earlier, they've gone pretty cold from the field. And so they found themselves trailing by 11. And have to try to find their shooting stroke again if they're going to get back in this game and come out with a victory. Three-pointer for Quintanilla, and that's good. 62-48 now. Hondo leads. Flores with it for the Eagles. He shoots a 3, and that's off, no good, off the front of the rim. And that was Alvarez that missed on the runner. .4 left here in the third period. Ball inbounded. And that's Rivera with it. Gets it over to Barr, get over to Quintanilla. Barr has it again. Inside. And short jumper, in and out and back in for Rivera. 64-48 lead now for the Owls. Palacios with it. Gets it over to Flores, and that's a 3, and that's missed. That was Palacios, I believe, on that 3. 5 seconds left here in the third period. And the Eagles are in very much danger of going to 0-1 to start this tournament. And Hondo lost a close one earlier to Flatonia. So they'll looking to go 1-1 in Pool A. Miss on the free throw there by Alvarez. Free throw good. 65-48 count now. We'll hit the wrong one. Into the third period. There's a shot by the Eagles, no good. So that is the end of the third period. With your score, the Hondo Owls, I believe it should be 65. They haven't given up the 65th point. And the Luling Eagles 48. So we'll go ahead and run another commercial here. Let's go run one for JG once again, Chapel Mayberry Hill. So stay tuned here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast.
KJ's Embroidery is the place that can make your embroidery.
Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
We're back here on the Luling Eagles Sports Broadcast. Eric Lugo and Mark Lube with you. Jaime Gomez with a layup, and it's good, and he gets fouled. Eagles going to need quite a bit more of that. And during the commercial break there, Mark and I were talking, and we think the score should be 65-50, but they don't have the 65th point on there. They made a free throw, and they didn't ever give them their point that I could see. But I'm going with what's on the scoreboard right now since that's what's official. And there's a free throw from Gomez. It's good. Hondo to the ball. 20 with a runner, and that's a miss. And Samuelson and Flores fighting for the rebound, but then Samuelson turns it over. And that's a three-pointer by 12, and that's no good. And then put back. That was Garcia that missed the three-pointer, but then put back and 2 more points for the Owls. Cantu goes in and scores. Drives on the layup. 66-53. We'll check on it here in a minute. Mark's having a fit over here because he has what I have, and then but they're missing a point on a free throw. But like I said, we're going with what's on the official scoreboard, and it's 66-53, so that's what you see there in front of you. Spencer with it for the Eagles. They got a lot of work to do and not a lot of time to do it in. And floater, and Jaime misses on the floater and rebounded by the Owls. Going to have a foul. We're at 6:16 left here in the fourth period. Inside, and they're going to get a travel. That was Tapia, number 5, Andrew Tapia, on that travel. Gomez with it for the Eagles. Gets it over to Flores. Inside to Samuelson, and he misses, but Flores puts it back. Makes the score 66-55. Down there, 6 minutes now left here in the fourth period. 5:51 left here in the fourth period. .33 goes to the line. That's Benavides, Andrew Benavides, and he misses the first free throw. I'm assuming their coach hasn't noticed that point because I think he would have argued it otherwise. Yeah. So Benavides goes to shoot his second free throw, and that's good. Ball brought in by the Eagles. It's Spencer with it. And gets it over to Gomez. Gomez with it. It's over to Spencer. Spencer with it. Oh, and knocked away. And Spencer does get it back. Gets it over to Jaime. Out front to Gary Cantu. Lays it up too hard off the glass and no good. Rebounded by Barr for the Owls. Coming the other way is Rivera and going to get fouled. Didn't see who that was. Apparently 11, so it's Flores. It's his second. First free throw is up and good from Rivera. Second free throw good. Eagles coming the other way with it. Jaime Gomez for a three, and it's on the corner, and it's no good. And the Owls coming the other way. Oh, and we're going to get a timeout, I believe we got by the Owls. So that'll be their second timeout and take them down to 3. So each team with 3 timeouts left for the game. Hadn't been taken off the board yet. There it is. Now it is. It's 3 each way. So we're at 5 minutes, 3 seconds left here in the fourth period. Again, the Eagles trailing by 14 points. So not an insurmountable lead, but they're going to have to do a lot of work here and probably need a little help from the 3 ball to get back in this game. Again, we do invite you to stay tuned for the final pod, Pod 4. We'll start it after this game. It'll be Karn City, Yoakum, and then Luling and Industrial. Ball inbounded, miss, and Jaime Gomez comes up with a rebound over to Spencer. Spencer with it. And the fans, I think, wanted over and back, but I think he was okay. He didn't look like he had went over and back. Jaime Gomez with it. Runner is good for Jaime Gomez. Makes the score 69-57. And the Eagles have to play defense here, too. If they want to get back in this game, they got to play defense. They can't trade buckets at this juncture. Ball goes out of bounds. See, is it turned over to the Eagles? I believe it is. Yes, it is. Levin Flores lays it up and he misses. And then knocked away. Going to stay with Hondo. That 4:17 left here in the fourth period. Rivera with a jumper is good. 71-57 the score now. Flores over to Spencer. Spencer tried to get it laid up. Instead, Palacios had it blocked. Cantu comes back up with it for the Eagles. Over to Flores. Excuse me, Gomez, I'm sorry. And Jaime travels. 3:44 left here in the fourth period. Ball inbounded. The Owls are going to probably try to run some clock here now that with a 14-point lead. They are doing just that, running clock. Knocked away. Flores comes up with it for the Eagles, and there's a foul. So he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. 3:18 left here in the fourth period. So Flores with it, going to shoot 2 free throws. And there's a free throw is good. Makes the score 71-58. Need another one here, make it 71-59. And there it is. We've got a timeout, I believe, called by 30, called by Coach Geiger from the Eagle bench. So that'll take them down to 2, and Hondo to 3. And again, one, I'm assuming it might not be the final reminder, but one of the last reminders to join us for Pod 4. Will be coming up after the conclusion of this one to switch on over to Pod 4. I set up all the broadcasts to be done in pods so that anybody that wanted to watch one wouldn't have to watch 9 hours worth of a broadcast to find out, try to dig their way through to find out what they wanted to watch. So after this one, it'll be Pod 4, and the schedule's running a little ahead right now. The next game wasn't supposed to start till 6, so I'm assuming right now it's looking more like about 5:35, 5:40 for that next, by the time the warm-ups happen and everything gets going. Still waiting on Brad Wright. Still haven't heard from him. He must have got stuck on a work call or something. There's a whistle. .23 is going to inbound the ball. That's Rivera for Hondo. If he does get it in, I don't think he did. It's 5-second call. He didn't. And it's going to be a turnover. So the Eagles will set up, and they'll have the ball underneath the basket now. Three-pointer for Jaime, and that's a miss. We need some makes from Jaime, not misses. And 3 for Spencer, and that's going to miss. And ball loose, and Barr coming the other way for the Hondo Owls, and he lays it up, and it's good. So looking pretty bleak here for the Eagles. And Barr comes up with it again for the Owls. And another layup, and he scores again. Makes the score 75-59. Going to have a turnover, I believe. Yeah, I was. Not sure if I'm hitting something, but it's like we had a little surge or something, so sorry about that. We're at 2:39 left here in the fourth period. 75-59 the score. And free throw is good from Alvarez. And I'm not sure about Brad Wright, but I just got a text from Stephanie that apparently they're going to head up here. So free throw is no miss. The second one's missed. So free throw, we'll give that to Hondo. Sorry, I think I hit the wrong thing. Yeah, I did. Let me go ahead and get that updated. Score 76-59. Clock might be a tad bit off because I hit the wrong thing a while ago, or wrong button. Spencer with it for the Eagles. And looking for a 3, shoots it, and it's missed. Rebounded. Baker, and he misses on the putback. He gets it back again, and it's going to be a foul. It's at 2:10 left here in the – I'm going to let it run down to 2:10, and there we go. 2:10 left in the – actually, I didn't stop it just in time. Ball inbounded. Gomez with it. Flores with it for the Eagles. Short jumper is in. Makes the score 76-61. Down under 2 minutes now left here in the fourth period. Quintanilla misses on a runner and knocked out of bounds. It's going to be the Eagles' ball, it looks like, with 1:37 left. Ball inbounded. The ball knocked out of bounds at 1:30. Right at a minute and a half. Spencer with it. Over to Jaime for a three, a long three. It's no good. And the Eagles, unfortunately, been victimized by a lot of that from about the midway second period on. They just couldn't really score. Not on a consistent basis anyway. Jaime coming the other way for the Eagles. Lays it up, and it's no good once again. Been getting a lot of that, just balls going off the backboard and rim and not falling. And we're down under a minute now. Spencer with it for the Eagles. And gonna get a whistle here, and I think we're gonna get a foul. 51.6 left. I have it at 52 seconds there in front of you, since I don't have the tenths of a second available to me. Ball inbounded. Gomez with it. Shoots a three. No good. Just the Eagles just can't find the inside of the bucket. And unfortunately, it's going to cost them a victory. And I think Coach Geiger is just telling them just not to foul, just to let the clock run out, basically. So we invite you to stay tuned again. We're going to switch over to Pod 4. And that'll be, again, Karn City Yoakum. And we're going to, as we got a Jaime Baker, which I'd go for a steal there. And Luling and Industrial. So it looks like the Owls are just going to be content to run the clock out. They'll come out with a victory here. They'll be 1-1 in the tournament. They'll have one more game tomorrow. Ball knocked out. 8 seconds left in the fourth period. Throwing it in. I think they were just trying to throw it in so they could run the clock out pretty much, and that is going to do it just about. There's the horn. So the final score in game number 6 of the 2024 Luling Holiday Classic is the Hondo Owls defeating the Luling Eagles 76-61. So the Eagles start the tournament 0-1. The Hondo Owls, again, go to 1-1. This is all in Pool A. And then the next game will be between Karn City and let me get my schedule here. Karn City and Yoakum. Karn City did defeat Prairie Lee earlier, so they're 1-0, and that's Pool B. And Bloomington is 1-1. Prairie Lee 0-2, and Yoakum defeated the Bloomington Bobcats earlier, so they're 1-0. So in this Pool A, Luling is 0-1. I've just lost there. Hondo is 1-1, as I mentioned. Industrial is, I believe they won their game earlier. Yeah, they did against Platonia. So they're 1-0. But this game pending here shortly. And then Platonia will play again their final one tomorrow against Luling, and they're having defeated Hondo and then losing to Industrial. They're 1-1. So there you go. So that's where we're at so far. So I invite you to stay tuned, and we're going to shut this pod down and go to the next one. So thank you all for joining us all day long, and we invite you to move on over to pod number 4. Thank you.